welcome back to Warhammer Tacticus, and today we're going to create a tier list. We're going to make a rating of all characters available in the game. I do realize that you can already see some tier lists made by by the people who actually does not have even half of the characters in their roster. So my question is, how can they give you a correct tier list if they do not have half of the characters? Even though I saw that in this tier list characters, for example, who are in S plus when they should be in the B or C tier, and I saw, for example, Tadeusz Noble in C tier instead of A tier. So this tier list is made by me. I was consulting with the clan members and asked them for the opinion. So this is why I just today can give you a tier list, because today I have a lot of characters. I can say about their pluses and about their bad sides. So this tier list is actually the tier list which is considered as as the best and by the top of the clans. So forget about you saw in others materials, because this information are wrong and this tier lists are just wrong. If you follow another tier list, you can do it, right? That's true, but it will be for you just you will just progress way slower, and you will be asking later why somebody told you that this character is good and this character is bad when it's opposite. So just so you know, I created a tier list just for you. You can disagree. If you disagree with my choices, and you consider why one character is better than I put it on my tier list, or one character is worse than I claim, so you can always write in comment. I will answer to you, and actually I will update my tier list every month, or maybe every update, where they can buff or they can where they will nerf some characters. So for now that's it, and I will make a small cut and we will meet in my PC. So see you back in a second. Okay guys, so we are at the tier maker. I have already assigned all of the characters available in the game for today to the tier maker, and I don't want to make this material long, so I will give just quick description to every character. I will say why I put it there, and I think it will be it. So starting with the Emperor tier, this is S plus tier. Alepnul is basically one of the best characters, mostly because of his summons. He can make 2 swarms of necro crabs, whatever it's called, and later he can also with Makotep can also give them second turn, and if you are lucky you can double in the same round the amount of crabs, so you can have 4 swarms. So this is basically one of the best characters for the bosses, for the arena, for the PvP, for every sort of gameplay, and it also can heal itself and other units which are mechanical. Celestine is one of the best also characters. It's on the S plus tier because she can take down the Overwatch from the Calandis, Certus, Immospec, and any other incoming characters with Overwatch. She has range for the whole map, and she basically one-shot most of the summoners characters. So if you have in enemy team Tadeusz Noble, Vindicta, Archimatos, she can strike this character down without and before they can reach her with the damage. And before she dies, she summons 2 units if she has 3 adjacent hex. So before these 2 summons are not killed, she will not get any damage. Archimatos, basically because he can make up to 7 summons right now at the clan rate, so he can so 7 summons deal a lot of damage, and also every freeze hex which is already taken by you or your summons decrease chance of summoning a lot of mobs from the raid boss. So this is why he's on the S+ tier. Also the killed units became a demons. His normally the range attack is doubled, his psychic attack, and on melee he's also kinda powerful. And that's it for S tier. Primarch tier. A tier, firstly Makotep. I would even could put him to the S tier. It actually depends how you consider this character. So if you consider him as a very good support, so this is the best support in the game. So we can actually make this but okay, let's stay with A tier. We know that he should be between S+ and A tier. Mostly because he increased the range of movement and so the range of attack of units by 1 hex to the all adjacent hexes which are his ally units are, and because he can give second move to all surrounding him units. So for example, you summon 6 demons on an enemy which is close to Makotep. The 6 summon kills the target, then Makotep goes in the center of this and he gives the 6 demons 1 more attack. So this is extremely powerful supporting character. Going forward, Commissar Yarrick, it's the best character in my roster, but he's very good at melee damage, he has decent range damage. Guardsmen are kinda powerful and they can shoot sometimes 2 targets if there is a target between there is enemy and enemy behind him. If he's in a straight line from the guardsman, he can injure 2 enemies. I just realized it playing the Octaris Mirror campaign. Tadeusz Noble is also one of the best characters because he is very safe to play, and if you play arena PvP, because he's not dedicated to the clan raids, but PvP or arena fights, onslaught or salvage run, it's perfect character. The more he stays idle, the more meteors will fall from the sky to the target hex and ally hexes. So if you have a duel on PvP arena fights, he's worth using. He's very he has small health and small armor, so he will be easy kill for the Calandis and Celestine. But if you can protect him, maybe with Varatigurius, which will decrease the damage he will obtain, or you will put him in the grass, he is actually one of the best characters. Castellan Creed, common to Yarrick, also has summons, also can empower them. So this is basically why I put him in the A tier. Guardsmen are not the best summons, the best are from Alep Null and Anupet, but Guardsmen are also are just fine. I think it's better than the Orc Peons and the Orc Tank. Going forward, Anupet, one of the best characters also. He summons a lot of Necrons, so the longer you wait, like with Tadeusz Noble, the more Necrons he will summon. This is basically the best summoned units in my opinion in the game. So this is why he's on the A tier. About on the spoiler, this is very interesting character so far because he can deal a lot of damage, tons of thousands of damage to the boss with his single shot. So on the level 26, so I just don't want to think how much would it deal on the gold 1 and 50 rank. I think just about 10 up to 12,000 damage. So Abaddon has a lot of damage. On the range he is just decent, but he can also kill swarms with a single shot. So this is why I put and he is kinda tanky. Not the best tank because he's more damage dealer than a tank, but I think he deserves A tier. Of course, Boss Gulgords, I will come back into to Vindicta in a second. So Boss Gulgords, mostly because he is very good tank, one of the best tanks in the game, which increase the range of movement and attack by 1. So if a character did not move, so if you have a team of melee units, he will be good to the arena or maybe PvP. I see people use him and he's not bad. After hitting with melee, he also shots other target if the melee was killed. If the melee was not killed, he shoots from his passive ability to the target. So basically he has huge chance to kill most of the units for the single shot. Of course, Vindicta is the most known character because all of the players has her. So most of the players has her, and she can make double AoE damage. So with the ability, with crit, and then her normal attack. With Makotep, actually this is game changer in a PvP arena unless Kalandis will take her down before she can make a move. Coming back to the Kalandis, completely new character, obtained him on the legendary level. Very strategy, I would say, character. He's not meant to be on guild raids, but you can use him on the arena PvP fights, you can use him in normal arenas, and all of the stuff. I think he's interesting. He might fall in the future to the B tier, but he also can become an S plus tier. I just don't know what level of damage he can make. He can have 2 damage items, so after all he can have like 60-70% chance to make a critical hit. So this is just huge amount of damage output. Going to the B tier, Custodes tier, first character is Morven Vol. She is here because she has long range, she is good damage dealer on melee, decent on the range attacks, but she's got also very good ability, common to the Vindicta ability, which make AoE damage, very rough AoE damage, and including her range, which is higher than Vindicta with Makotep. If you are lucky, she can also become a game changer on the PvP arenas. Going back to Isabella, this is actually the best healer in the game because she is healing constantly your units each time they receive damage. So Isabella, in my opinion, is the best healer in the game, and she is even not that bad damage dealer because the healing is passive. So you just need to position her well, wait for the enemy to use his attacks and hope not to kill much of your allies, and then she can be also a good damage dealer. She is not the best, but she's just fine. Going to Snapreka, I put Snapreka in B tier as a second orc because this is only orcs has only 2 units which can shoot, so this is both Gurgrots, which is preferred to fight in melee, then he can shoot with second attack. And Snapreka, reducing target armor, having a good ability for melee fights, and she can also shoot to the opponents. So on campaign, very useful, I would say. Okay, Harken the Word Claimer. So I put him here because he has pierce damage. He has with each hero killed, he gets even more damage. He's flying units, so he has very big range of movement, and and he can cast Battle Fatigue, which makes some of the units run away, like Imperial Guardsmen, peons, orcs, whatever, Tyranids, you know what I'm saying. So second, next two characters, Volk and Marneus Calgar, this both characters, I would say even can classify Typhus also here, that these characters are, all of these 3 characters are meant to kill the huge amounts of enemies. So you wanna have these characters on the fight when the enemy is where you are outnumbered. So if you have Volk and Typhus and Marneus Calgar are these characters who are about to deal damage to kill all the most summons they can. They are in B tier because, in my opinion, they deal still not enough damage to do the characters if we put them at the same level. Marneus is a very good tank also. The Volk output more damage, and Typhus with his ability and Psychic attack can. They are not game changers, unfortunately, but they still have potential. If they will get a buff, maybe Marneus is a good choice for future A tier to fight on the guild raids. If he will be, if they will buff him But for now, all of these characters are for B tier. So Varotigurius, I will put him here just because he shots 2 enemies with ability 4 enemies, and all of surrounding allies receive less damage in spite of thanks to his aura, which is passive ability. Certus is another sniper. He's placed in B tier instead of A tier like there is Calandis because he does not have simply 2 moves, and his abilities are way worse, so he can push enemy, which is completely useless, and he has also second ability, I don't remember it, like he can hide or something, but he has still Overwatch, free movement range and free attack range, so good range, not bad damage, Overwatch, all of these things made him to the B tier in my tier maker. So Brother Butchart and High Marshal Herbrecht. High Marshal Herbrecht is like common to the boss Golgoths. He's very tanky. I think he is the most tanky character in the game right now. So we cannot underestimate this. So he deserves at least B tier. I do not have this character. My friend has, and he is happy of playing with him. I don't know yet if he is good character to play on every mode, but for sure when I find out I will let you know the best usage of this character. So Brother Butchart is the last character from the Custodes tier. Brother Butchart has good ability, very common to Modern Val. If he kills an enemy he drops few shots and or maybe grenades, rockets, whatever, and when it kills enemy, all of the rest rockets goes to the another target, adjacent to the hex of the target, and add 1 more hit. So ability connected like Movenval and Emospec, let's say. Going further, Space Marines tier, so I will call this C tier. Bellator, this is champion with good character, with good range, and actually I would say that's it. Here of course he has summons, but you cannot compare his summons to Archimatos summons because you have to wait maximum amount are like there is no limit, but basically if he calls he takes 1 to attack and then he can summon, so maybe he can make on the boss more summons, but you have 5 turns, so let's say his maximum amounts of summons is 5. They are way weaker than Archimatos summons. They can kill swarms, so this is 1+, but 1 and only 1+, so good range, small damage, and weak, tanky but weak summons, let's say Assault Marines. Giga Scraps, I like this character mostly because for the campaigns this is not character to play on the raids either for the PvP or arena fights, but this character is decent. It increases the armor of the or adjacent on adjacent hexes. Characters increase armor, and he can summon a tank, which is just fine, but nothing special. Snotflaga is very common character. You can also summon peons. Amount of summoned peons is based on the how many free hexes are between Giga Scraps and enemy units. So he can summon even 5, but these units are not. I think this is the weakest summons in the game. Okay, going to Tank Masha, this is an interesting character. I was wondering if I should put here on the B tier or C tier. This unit is good for campaign. She retaliates. She can capture in a single move 3 spots, and this is the most valuable ability in her. So if you are going for arena fights and you killed 2 enemies and you are able to make a move, you can run through the 3 objectives if they are in one straight line, and then Tank Masha can capture 3 points. But this basically on the maps which we are playing right now, these are not going to happen. Maybe maximum 2. Just saying, this is the kind of useful potential you can use with this character. Going back to Angrax, definitely not recommended in any PvP arena fights, either for the clan raids. This is very good character for the campaign, also for the onslaughts, maybe for the salvage run. Nothing special. I like the fact that he can teleport with the first move, but he should definitely get buffed that until he will not make a move, he can teleport, because right now if he skips the first turn, he cannot teleport anymore. So this is something which they should do about the Angrax to empower him, and then he can be in the tier B. Onslaught is very good Angrax because he keep killing all the upcoming enemies, so he can even kill 8 enemies and while Tyrannids keep appearing. So Ancient Torhead, this is interesting character. It increases an armor, but I would put him right here, so we will go back to this guy. So Sword Brother God's Will, typical melee marine fighter. The abilities are very decent. He can push the enemy and go with him when he push enemy, he takes his place. So I am tired. And basically, I don't have this character upgraded, but I'm not the fan, not the biggest range. So like the Death Guard, which I will just comment in a second. Tatmos, it's C tier. I don't see anyone playing him on arena, guild raids, anything. He's good for the campaign. You can play him onslaughts, salvage runs. He's not in D tier because he has nice damage output. So when you move him to the enemy ejecting hex, he will deal damage to him, and then he can use ability to hit another 3 targets in range. So it's fine, but definitely fine and nothing more. He will stay in C tier for a very long time, I guess, until he will be buffed. Rosvita, I saw one player from the YouTube uploaded her into S+ tier. This is absolutely crazy solution. Rosvita is right now not in a half of the he belongs to half of the worst character in the game. I've no idea why somebody put Rosvita in S+ tier. She's not S+ tier, she's not A tier. Maybe she can go to the B tier, but right now she can be beaten so hard by a lot of enemies. She is useless on all of the events. I mean, you always will find a better character than Rosvita. So I'm not saying she's completely trash, but all I'm saying that there are plenty of characters which are better than her. So C tier is I put her in C tier because it's nothing special. She's just Demon Slayer, but anyway, facing Archimatos will always end up with summoning 6 demons and killing her. So you can just maybe we will see her potential when they add the Sisters of Battle campaigns. Right now she is trash in my opinion, until it will be able to raise characters onto Gold 3, Diamond 1, then we can come back to Rosvita, but right now she's completely trash, not worth spending any kind of items and gold. Corrados, second Death Guard, and he's on the C tier only because he make some summons which are, multiplying with every round. I put him on C tier only because of these summons, because after all, he's nothing special, low range, normal damage, and that's it. So this is C tier only because of the summons. Katskoden, this is C tier character. Maybe he can have potential from tier B because of his grenade AoE damage. So I'm not sure, maybe I should put him on the B tier. I put him on a C tier, but I'm wondering, maybe he can take this place. He is kinda tanky, so this is nice that he's tanky. AoE damage, not bad actually. I checked this out. Maybe he will get a little bit buff, or maybe I will decide on next month to put him on the B tier. Okay, going back to Brother Yarger, this is the only one champion I don't know actually nothing. I have never seen this character playing, so this is hard to say, but I put him on C tier after reading the description of abilities. Maybe he will go to the B tier, but for sure he's not S+ and A tier because I just don't see this character at all. But I might be wrong with this guy, so just take account for this. And last C tier is Imospec. I put him here. He should be in D tier, but his skill on the campaigns that he kills in a single shot 4 enemies made him to be in a C tier and Overwatch. So he is lower range than the Tertus, so this is why he is just here. So it's actually the worst character with Overwatch in the game because of the range. He can also regen a little, so the C tier is just fine for this guy. And right now let's go to the Death Guard. Death Guard actually sucks. It's the worst nation in the game, faction. I have no clue how the hell Free Imperial Guardsmen are so good comparing it to the Death Guard. You have to remember that we are in Warhammer 40k lore, where one Space Marine is able to kill 100 Imperial Guardsmen, so making all of the units so low tier, so like Typhus, Corodius, and Hilpestilian, Rodbone and Maladus on D tier. They have good armor. This medic is even cool. You can read the description. He's very powerful. I have all of them. But range of movement, I have no idea why somebody get an idea to make them range 2. If they had range 3 like all of the rest characters in the game, almost all, they would be placed in B or C tier, but right now this completely trash, unplayable characters. You will do nothing with these characters. Incius, the worst healer in the game. If you compare him to Rosvita, which heals few times and everyone is surrounded, and compare him to Incius, which can do this once because it's his main ability, this is just hilarious. Isabella has also highest DPS, so Incius is just completely useless. Sibyl Divine, Psyker from the Imperial Guard, I would be able to put her in C tier because she has AoE, even and some sort of nice damage, but she's kind of paper, so low health. I don't have her upped enough to say how is she doing later. She has potential for C tier. We will just leave it to the others. And the last one, Ancient Torhead. So this is the last character which buff the Marines with the armor. And this is end of the abilities of this guy. He is also nothing special. He is melee character, so maybe when they put a new type of enemies and the range units or summoning units will be not in meta, the melee units will be stronger. For now, in my opinion, this is crazy that melee units are so weak. Melee units should be way more tanky and should have common range of movement. It's also since that the melee units still have always will have to take one more turn to reach the enemy. So something like Ancient Torhead, Maladus, Pestilian, they should be, all of them should be like free range movement but way more health and armor. So if somebody plays only distance deck, he can kill, for example, 2 melee units, then 3 catch up the range units, and this is a fair fight. Right now, if you use the melee units, all of them will be killed before they will be in they will have in range enemies. So this is a tier list by me, by person who are in top clan in Warhammer Tacticus. I have almost every character, like you could see in the beginning of this video. So if you disagree with one rank, you can also give me a reason why you disagree, and I will just take it under my into my. I will take your advice, making another tier list in November. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this material. I hope this will gonna be helpful. All of the characters you're going to see in top players are S+ and A tier. If someone has other best 5 than this, it may be because he just don't have 5 characters from this, or maybe like me, he just wants to share some content and he upgrades other characters but his intentions are different. So like me, I was upgrading all this week. I was upgrading only orcs just to make all of them bronze 3, so we can make it through Octarius campaign. So anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.